Hello everyone, I am Erika of beadingschool.com and you are watching Coffee Time with Erika, my weekly beady broadcast. I hope you can hear me, I hope you can see me. Please let me know in a comment. In the meanwhile, I would like to just say that today I am looking forward to spending some time with you with a very exciting thing. I hope that you can hear me and I'm not saying this. Okay, okay. Gunnar is here and Cheryl is here, and Cheryl says, can see and hear. Lita says, you are coming in loud and clear. Wonderful. And Yosin and Facebook user friend and Antoinette is wishing happy Tuesday to everyone. And then we have some more Facebook user friends here. And Katja. And Gunnar also says loud and clear. And Connie is here too. Thank you so much for joining me today, ladies. So I have prepared two topics for you actually for today. You might have read my post from earlier this month that in February I will be traveling for a little bit and we won't have our usual kind of live meetings. So I wanted to bring you for today as much of my beady things that I want to share with you as possible before I would go on holiday. So first of all, I have prepared for you the remaining parts of my Beading School Academy theme box, the Dolce Vita. And I would like to show, sorry, I would like to show you during today's video how I am designing. I will improvise, so let's see where does it lead. And I will actually invite one of you if someone would like to join me on screen, and she can select some of the beads that I am going to work with. And then at the end, I have actually brought you some ideas how to finish the second signature jewel that you can make from the Dolce Vita box. So before I would start, then please think about it a little bit if you might want to join me. And in the meanwhile, I will go through the comments to see if someone asked a question. During the designing and during the other part that I would like to share you, I would like to ask you to stick to the topic because it's not so easy to stay in the flow when I'm designing or I'm trying to explain something. So during those parts, please ask me questions which are connected to what we are talking about at the moment. And if you have a question regarding something about the technical stuff on the website, an order, then please write an email to info@beadingschool.com where my colleagues will be able to help you. So let's see if you have a question. In the meanwhile, Sherry joined us, and Shelly from Texas, and Robin, and Debbie, and Loretta, and Eve, and Angelica is very excited about today. We have some more Facebook users. In case that you are watching from the Beading School Facebook Club, then you might need to click the link that is above the video to enable my broadcasting program to see your name. And then I can, on one hand, greet you personally, and on the other hand, if you have a question, it is a lot easier for me to address you, and then we can have kind of a chat. So, but it's not obligatory, only if you want to do that. Katarina joined us. Lita is also excited. Corinne is here. Ellie says that her beads are arriving today. Wonderful. Elena is here. Then someone is asking about the no one has to be the long tutorial. As the text says below the title, the tutorial will be available 1 hour before the workshop. The workshop is happening on Friday at 5 p.m. Central European Time. I think it's 9 a.m. New York, 6 a.m. California, but please, my American friends, correct me if I'm mistaken. So the Soldanella tutorial is not available for now. It's coming on Friday, just before the workshop. I know you too well. If I upload it early, then everyone will bead it in advance, and then I will bead it on my own, and it just does not feel that good. It's so nice when we can do it together. So thank you so much for your patience. And then Wanda is here, and Margaret, and Sharon, and Vania, and Carol, and Cindy, and Lutka, and so many friendly beaders. Kristen, Claire. Okay. No. Beading is always on Friday. Today I am going to try to improvise. And then, Lita, thank you so much. Lita says 11 a.m. New York City. Thank you, Lita. So, lovelies, who would like to join me? I have my box here, and I will post now a link in the comment field. And if you click that link, then you can appear together with me on the broadcast. Please note, your face will be visible to the others. You will be talking live to the beaders, to fellow friendly beaders, together with me, but you have a chance to select the beads that I'm going to use. So I have posted it already into the chat on the page, and I'm trying to find also the live class in the club, which I can't find for some reason. I know it's happening because you are talking to me from the club, but somehow I don't see it. So the link is in the chat below the broadcast on the page. And if someone would like to join me on screen and would like to select some beads that I'm going to improvise with, then please click the link. And I have just posted it again. It's the link that says app.b.live/w whatever, and I have a volunteer. Oh my God, Marta. In 3 seconds you are going to, hi Marta, so wonderful to meet you like this.
Hello. It works. It works. Yes.
It works. Please, lovelies, let me know if you can also see and hear Marta. I see her and hear her. How are you today?
Well, I am taking care of our puppy dog. She has had surgery, and so it's 1 week. So I don't have any beads, but I'm watching.
How is she after the surgery?
She's doing really well. I think the caregiver is more tired than the patient.
I can imagine. I remember when one of her dogs had surgery, then Adam was actually sleeping with her on the corridor on a mattress to keep her calm and everything. So,
yeah, the pain pills, and we've already been to the emergency room once. So, but she's doing well. She's
I'm
doing.
super happy to hear that, and wishing her speedy recovery and lots of strength to the caregiver.
Thank you. But this is so neat. Is anyone else able to join?
Oh my God, we have Angelica too. Oh, I can't
Okay.
put her on. I'm so sorry. I can put on one guest at the same time only.
All right. I will click off. All right. Bye bye,
Marta,
everyone.
what do you
What?
think about you select for me a bead and then Angelica selects a bead?
All right. What do you have?
I will show you. I
Okay.
will open my box and switch to my second camera, and then you can like select something. Please don't make me a hard time. I can't improvise with like very, very, very tricky shapes.
Well, what do you feel like doing today? What's your favorite color today? Can
I
I go? I think we should go with turquoise because you're wearing turquoise and I'm wearing turquoise.
I have the La Dolce Vita box. So if you are in the, do you still hear me? Can you still hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, wonderful. Now, if we are going into turquoise, then I have the table cut beads.
Okay.
What do you think
And
about those? Or would you like something else?
let's see. Oh, something was shiny.
Shiny, shiny, I have the half glass.
What? Oh, I know. It's the rose chaton.
The rose chaton. Okay, that's a bit tricky to improvise with.
Is that tricky? Okay, let's do the check square. There you go. Let's do
Okay,
that.
okay. Then this is the first bead that I am going to play with.
All right.
And yeah, Angelica is still here. So thank you so much, Marta.
All
And
right. So
I
I
will
should.
remove you from the screen, and
All
then
right.
I will put on Angelica so she can also select something.
I will click off.
Okay, thank you. Have a wonderful day, Marta. Hi, Angelica. How are you today?
Hello, hello, hello. What a lovely surprise.
This is so exciting. I was counting on you. I knew that you will join me.
She was faster than me. I had the Google logins, technical hassles, but oh, this is so exciting. I see your stash.
Yay! So what would you like me to play with? So we have the tile beads that Marta selected, and what should I use? Do you want maybe some rhinestones, maybe some twists, maybe some ginkgos?
You maybe even know what I'm going to say, but I'm a really huge fan of the 12mm twist beads. I think architecturally they really allow you to go wide and big fast, and then maybe defeat some of the fears you have about building a design. So I would love to see if you're up for it.
Okay, I love your way of thinking. I think these two will create a great base. I will be adding some more from the box. I have here still lots of half-tillas and lots of seed beads and fire polished beads, but this will be the main elements, hopefully. Let's see. I never know what it becomes. Angelica, by the way, it's so nice to have you here because then I can ask you, am I saying your name well? Angelica is the pronunciation, or?
Absolutely, but everyone can actually say whatever they would like to say because my name origin was actually from a French movie. My
Mm-hmm,
father was Russian, but
mm-hmm.
when he was a child, then this movie about this French princess Angelique who was
Oh,
stealing all the hearts of the kingdom, so I was named after her. But from a Russian heritage, so whether you'd have the Slavic pronunciation or the English or the French one, it's all good. Angelica or
okay.
Angelique or
Okay, then I can't go wrong. That's wonderful. Then thank you so much for selecting the other bead. And oh my God, let's see. Where do we go with this? So thank you so much, and please stay with me. You can comment like, oh, Erika, I think this or that. I will ask questions, but I will now switch only to my hand camera. So thank you, Angelica.
Okay, good luck.
Thank you. Yay, this is so nice. So I have my thread and needle already, and then let's start with the tile beads. These are table cut beads from the Czech Republic, 6 millimeter big, so just a little bit bigger than tilla beads, milky tilla beads, and also, of course, thicker. A few months ago, we were actually talking quite a lot about table cut beads, and I wrote a blog post about them. So if you are not familiar, then you can check that out if you would like to. It's on the blog. And I'm really grateful to Marta for selecting the tile beads, because I think they will make a very nice base for a motif. The holes are running parallel, and I can, for example, arrange them like this. And let's see, the hole in the middle is perfect for a 6 millimeter suwon rhinestone. If you would like a smaller suwon rhinestone, then also in combination with some seed beads, it could be done. And I see Cindy in my guest list. However, thank you, Cindy. I am muting you now because I already have the beads, and I think it was that I'm not sure if the sounds were coming through to the broadcast. So okay, so let's see. I will need something on the corners to anchor the beads, and for that I'm going to use some round 11 seed beads. Okay, Angelica says that she's doing it parallel. Thank you so much, everyone, for your enthusiasm to join me on screen. I will now remove everyone from my guest list. You can bead along on your bead mat. Thank you so much for being brave and joining me. So I pick up one of the tile beads and bead back through the second hole. Please note that if you would like to do this with me, that very, very probably I will not succeed right away with a design that will be like nice and neat. So I think it's also nice if you also try to improvise. Or you can bead along with me, but please be prepared that I will be frogging. I will be probably picking out some steps. So as you can see, the round 11s, they go on the inside. To keep a little distance between the tile beads. Now I am back to my first one, So I have 4 tile beads and 4 round 11s on my thread. This is how it looks like at the moment. It is very wobbly, so I need to anchor them to each other better. So I will repeat the thread path, kind of, but I will skip now the round 11s and I will bead only through the tile beads. And that will bring the corner of the tiles closer to each other. By the way, at the end, if you are also playing with these beads, then you can also join me and show each other what you came up with. So you don't have to do exactly what I am doing. You can also just see where the beads take you. That's usually how it works with me, that I rarely know in advance what I would like to do. Sometimes I have a rough idea, but I just let the beads show me where they want to go. And Marta says that she likes the seed bead color. It's the Crystal Lemon Rainbow from the Dolce Vita box, and it's actually also available on bicone beads. It's a check coating on Preciosa bicone beads, so you can match those also to your seed beads. And Facebook user friend, she says, what about a mix of bicones and seed beads in between the tiles? That would also be possible. The hole in the middle, however, is getting a little bit small. So if I went with the bicone idea, then it would be possible. However, it would not be flat, but there would be a kind of a dome shape created from the bicones. And now, as I repeated the thread path, then I can feel that the structure is a lot more solid. And I can continue now adding something to it. And ladies, what would you like me to use? Do you want a big 6mm Preciosa Swan rhinestone in the middle? Or this is how it would look like. So it would cover the hole completely. Or it's also possible now to add one of the tiny rhinestones, the new ones, the not even 3mm big. I would add some seed beads in combination with the tiny rhinestone. So, but it's absolutely possible. Just let me know which is your preference. Eve says the 2.5, it's actually 2.8. Okay, it's not the 2.5, 2.8, it's nearly the same. Lita also likes the idea of the smaller rhinestone. Marta would go with pearls for stability. Definitely we are adding something more in between. Tiny, says a Facebook user friend. Margareta would go with the bigger ones, Katarina with the tiny. Vanya is thinking about the ginkgo in the corners. That was also my thought, that we need some orange on the corners. Lita says, tiny, tiny, tiny. Okay. Nearly everyone says the tiny, so let's go with the tiny. So what I will do is, I will add it in combination. I want a bit more color in the middle, so I will go with the dark coral round 15s. And first of all, I bead to one of the round 11s. I need to make the gap in the middle a little bit smaller. So I will add Milky Delica size 11s in between the round 11s. So I'm exiting around 11, picking up a Delica, beading through the next round 11. This will also make sure that it can be kept flat. So as you can see, I have just created a little cute cross shape in the middle. How do you like it? Before adding the rhinestone, I will connect just the Delica beads to each other, again to make it more stable so they don't wiggle around at all. Sharon says it's cute so far, so I'm happy to read that. So this is going to be, so far, a very geometric design. Some square-shaped tile beads and a little square created from Delica beads, which also look like little squares. So far we have a chessboard kind of thingy. And I am beading also through the round 11 in the corner. I pick up around 15, a tiny rhinestone and another round 15, and I bead through the round 11 exactly opposite of the one that I am exiting, and hopefully these 3 beads cover the distance between the 2 beads. And it looks that it will be okay. I also bead back through the new ones, and I bead through the round 11 that I originally exited in the same direction as before. I bead also through the next Delica and through the next round 11, so I can anchor also the second open hole of the tiny rhinestone. So now I pick up another round 15, I bead through the open hole, I pick up another round 15, I bead through the round 11 on the other side, then back through everything, round 11, and then I can now bead on the outside edge of, to the outside edge of the motif, what I have so far from it, by beading through the first hole of the tile bead. So it has a little bit of structure. The tiny rhinestone is doming up in the middle, as you can see. So with the 6mm rhinestone, it would have been more flat and it would cover completely the middle of the motif, but it's actually your choice. If you want to do this, then you can bead it with the tiny rhinestone or you can bead it with the big rhinestone. It's up to you. And now let's see what else we add here. I have here some ginkgo beads, which Vanya also suggested. Cindy is suggesting some wax solos. I don't have wax solos at the moment, unfortunately. I am working with beads from the Dolce Vita box, and this time there are no wax solos in it, so I'm sorry today, that's not an option. So Sharon says she likes it with the touch of sparkle. I'm happy to hear that. Now I also need to add the twist beads, and I have two options, three at least, but like two easy options to do it. So I can add two twists to create a V on top of the tile or in between two tile beads. I think it would be more stable, like in between the tile beads. So I'm exiting a tile, I pick up two twist beads, and then I'm beading towards the middle of the motif, but through the first hole of the next tile bead, not the same. So this is how it looks like. Vanya also says that in between, and I'm beading back on the edge, and I do the same all around. It feels nice and stable, by the way. If you want to try this or something similar, then the twist beads feel okay, even after just adding that first pair. Ooh, and then I will be able to connect them here and put something nice here in between. So, oh, it's going to be a good one. Is someone beading with me? Are you also playing with your beads now? Someone says it looks great. I see you only as Facebook user. Thank you so much. It's also like growing. It's becoming either a big earring, how I like earrings, or a pendant or an element or of a necklace, or a brooch, of course. I already have 3 corners, and the fourth one is coming. And Marta has an idea, I think, for the ginkgos, the point facing outwards, and I like that, Marta. By adding the ginkgos, I would make it also like more organic looking instead of a very geometric, strict shape. So there are also possibilities for the ginkgo. I'm not sure about those yet. And Vanya is taking notes. Lita is working on another super secret project. Then Facebook friend is deciding between asymmetrical or symmetrical. Try them both. Someone says it's so hard, and Linda says you make it look so easy. You know, like it's very different from occasion to occasion. Sometimes a design is born without ever frogging, just in a flow, and it also feels easy when designing, also feels easy when beading. There are also designs which somehow I feel where I want to go, but is not working out right away. Or sometimes at first I think that it's working out, but then I still discover opportunities to make it better. So there is no one way of making it work. I am now adding a combination of 3 beads, delica size around 15 delica on the corners in between the 2 twists to make these parts nice and pointy. And then I think I need some tutus here. We had some tutus in the box, right? And I think I haven't used them yet. Oh yes, here they are. I have them in pale bronze gold color. And a Facebook user friend is suggesting a half tila. That would actually also work wonderfully, I think. Would be even more interesting because then I could create layers of the twist beads and add more twist beads. Maybe. Maybe not. Not like this, but I can imagine making it work. So let's go with the half tilas. And hi, Patty, in the meanwhile. So, okay, I need to make it sturdier. So I'm not adding the half tilas yet, but I am repeating the thread path through the tile beads. I am already adding the combination of delica, round 15 delica in between the twists, but then instead of filling in the gap here, I am beading down and up again through the tile bead. And Patty Avery, I like your thinking a lot. Patty says, could you make a beaded bead by pulling the twists together and adding 4 more tile on the other side? Let's see. Let's see if we could make it into a structure maybe somehow. A 3D structure. I have very good experience with like slender bugles and twist beads, by the way, when it comes to like sharpness of the edges, but I haven't created yet beaded beads with them, so I need to test that if they keep up, even if the thread is in an angle on the edge of the beads. I'm adding now the last group of 3 beads. So I have now a kind of a star shape. And when I have a few steps already from a motif, then I often stop and just look at it a little bit, and then I'm thinking like, okay, what is the motif asking me? Where does it miss something? So definitely I think we need something here on top of the tile beads. I will go with the tilas, but also we might fill in these big gaps created between the tiles and between the twists. So, okay, I will be cheating a little bit. I actually have a preferred way of beading. I like to bead counterclockwise. So first I will turn to the opposite direction by picking up a true, oh, sorry, we were talking about half tilas. But before that, we were talking about true tooth, so I got a little bit confused. Later, I will also attach the 𝐻𝐹𝐷 to the twist on the other side when I'm coming back here. And now, after the twist, I'm beading through the two delicas. I skipped around 15. I like to do that on the corners to make them look sharper, pointier at the angle. And then again through the twist, I pick up a 𝐻𝐹𝐷, and then I bead through twist, delicate, delicate twist. And it was a great idea. I don't remember, yeah, Facebook user friend said 𝐻𝐹𝐷. So thank you so much for the idea. And Samia joined us also. Welcome, Samia. In the meanwhile, ladies, you can already start thinking about a possible name for the design. That's how actually we named together the glass house earrings, which were the very first that I did during a live design session. Some of you rediscovered it recently in the club, since it was like such a nice occasion brainstorming together. Then later, I drew the instructions for the glass house earrings, and they are a gift to the Beading School Club members. So if you haven't beaded that yet, then you can find it in between the files in the Beading School Club. Okay, and now I am at the point where the 𝐻𝐹𝐷 is not yet attached to the twist, but now I'm beading from the twist to the 𝐻𝐹𝐷, so it's taken care of. And still it's sturdy, actually sturdier than I might have expected. So even without adding something to the back or filling in too much in these nice big gaps, I think this would work as a pair of earrings. Gunnar says crossed twist would be a good idea. I like it actually. Ula says, another name for counterclockwise is Widerscheens, one of my favorite English words. I have never heard it, but I love the name, Ula. Widerscheens. Okay, you put the bar very, very high with the name. Vania likes the name Juicy Starburst. That's also nice. Gunnar says Star Twist. Lita says Fellini Star. Facebook user friend says Tranquility. I think it would go well with La Dolce Vita. I find them all very interesting. Always there is they resonate with the shape, I think, very well. So we might have a little poll after the live design session in the club to decide what should it be called. And let's see what would work for this distance. Is a twist too much? No, it isn't. It might be too much design-wise as it's becoming a bit chunky, but I could then add some bigger beads here to balance it out. Actually, nope, it's starting to twist when I pull it. So I can't put there more twist beads, unfortunately. So we shall have some more let's say fire polished beads, for example, and some more seed beads. So also mix in some other color of the seed beads. Okay, now you can also see in a live broadcast how I am creating my famous messy beading board. Sarah, are you here watching? Are you getting a heart attack? I hope not. I hope you are watching, but I hope you are not getting a heart attack, I mean. So if you always wanted to know how to make your beadboard very messy, then this is it. Just keep adding to it. Okay, I don't like this. Katarina has an idea. What about when you connect the half tillas in front of the bugles? You mean like putting it in like this to make it more 3D? Sharon says it's like a mosaic. Karin says you can add slim 6mm bugles between the twist ones. That would actually be good, but I don't have them in the box. So I don't want to add now beads which are not in the Dolce Vita box. I would like to stick to what's inside. Like, by the way, we have the very, very last few pieces available. So if someone is thinking about it, then don't hesitate too long. Actually, just pick up a bunch of these Duracoat corals and still go in the inside hole. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 pieces. Okay, 10 might be enough. Or if I don't pull it that much, then the 11 might work. I'm now framing the twist beads. And we have lots of suggestions coming in through the comments. So I hope that you will also try this and then post how it looks like. It would be so nice to see that we work with the same beads. We might even start in the same way, but then finish completely different. Elena Zidaru was actually writing a beautiful post a couple of days ago in Romanian, but you can read it from her jewelry page if you translate it through Facebook. How amazing in beadwork it is that we all start with the same, but still the result is mind-blowingly versatile. And that's because you all add your personal touches and favorite colors and shapes to it. So I'm adding groups of 11. Gunnar says it looks like a spring butterfly. I think it's coming together nicely. Actually, the hardest part now is to count the 11 beads while I also try to talk, because it's so easy to go wrong and to get 12 instead of 11 or 10 instead of 11. So this is actually a super hard part. And Robin says that the seed beads soften the look of the twists, and that's so true. Sometimes it's hard to phrase, I think, that why something works or why it doesn't, but this one's spot on, Robin. So I'm adding now the last group, and thanks to this it's also like even sturdier, so it would work great also as an earring. And ladies, I think that I will leave you with this at this point, because we have a very strong base that's easy to bead also from following the video, and I'm curious to see how you would finish yours. So from this point I would like to invite you also for a little bit of improvisation and try to somehow connect the second hole of the half tilla bead to the rest of it, or you can fill in these big gaps in between the twists if you would like to. And please make sure to post the result in the club. Is there maybe someone out there who would like to show me where she got? I'm also again posting the link if someone might want to join me. And then I would like to show you different ways of finishing the second signature duo, so please don't leave. And I also have a possible gift for you, so I would like to tell all about it, so please don't leave yet. Stay with me if you would like to hear about that. While I am waiting to see if someone might want to join me, then I would like to invite you also for the new mini challenge with every team of the Beading School Academy. We have a little mini challenge, and everyone who is a student can join. You can find the submission form in the Beading School Academy virtual classroom, and we will have a talent winner and we will have a lucky winner. And I can show you that all of our winners will get a little cute package to bring you into the Dolce Vita mood. So the package will have a little candle holder. You can put here a tea light and light it in the evening. It's beautiful ceramics in a very nice shade of like blue that goes together with the tile beads. And to make it La Dolce Vita, super sweet, there is also a gift of a dessert fork. So this is what you can win if you enter the mini challenge. But most importantly, what you will receive, a wonderful feeling to pushing yourself a little bit and to see what you are capable of, and to inspire each other. And if no one would like to join me now, then I will clear my bead mat in a very barbaric way. I'm not showing you this, everything gets messed up now, but I would still want to show you how I finished the second signature jewel, the one that is here next to my face, and share some ideas with you. Okay, my barbaric cleaning of the bead mat is still visible a bit. I will take it. I promise I will take care of that after after the broadcast. So this is what you know already, the original colorway, and we were talking about it when I was showing you the jewels. I switched off the second microphone, so the echo should be okay now. Thank you, Gunel. And we were talking about it, that you can finish the necklace in two ways. That you can make a strand of beads added to the top of it. So this is how it looks like. I wanted to be the quick chain, so I used some twist beads and fire polished beads and some seed beads in between. But oh my god, I have like too many ideas for this. I'm actually also thinking of beading another one to make it into a statement ring. And there are two possible ways of finishing it into a ring. So you can actually just glue on a ring base with a tray or with a small filigree to the back, especially since the cabochon beads have this flat surface on the back. Also here you can put on glue and glue on a filigree or a tray. So that's another way. Or since on the back side, in between the cabochon beads, you have a part where there are only seed beads, then you could start a peyote ring, how do you call that part, strap around your finger to turn it into a ring. So I think that would be awesome. I don't know if you like big rings. I do. I actually have a very, very beloved ring that I am wearing nearly every day. It's a very big one. I will show it to you someday. So I'm thinking about turning this into a ring. You could also finish it by adding, instead of a chain meeting at one meeting point, you can also add beads to the bicon beads as on the picture. Or you can turn this into a statement necklace if you connect three motifs to each other through the bicons and the round 11s. So that would be pretty awesome, I think. So what is your favorite way that I showed you so far? And I am going to, if you tell me, then I'm going to show you the other one that I have beaded. Margaret also loves big rings. And Robin also loves the idea. Would be pretty. And thank you, Jennifer. She says it's a ring band. Thank you for improving my English. Margaret says she would make it with a bail on the back, like the way the Frozen Lake pendant. And that's a good idea. I'm looking around quickly. I have the Frozen Lake here to show beaders what Margaret is suggesting, and I do. So this is what Margaret is suggesting, that you can add a hidden bail on the back of the pendant, and then if you pull the necklace through, then the meeting point is not visible. So that's also also possible also with this motif. Ula also likes the ring idea. Patty likes the 3-piece necklace. Gunnar likes the first one. Mariana likes the big ring. Joanna likes the statement necklace. Loretta likes the idea of the statement necklace too. And I have one more here. Angelica, you were or Ariana were always teasing me that I always have the solution for all my beady problems of adding a filigree. So turning the sassafraga motif into a finished jewel can also be done with some extra filigrees. And I'm not completely done with this one. I need the necklace straps, but I'm super close. So while I was drawing the tutorial for you and proof beading the motif one more time, then actually some new historic filigrees landed on my bead mat. And I think that they fit the theme perfectly. I actually added also in the second version a glass drop at the bottom. I added the pair of filigrees on the sides, and I simply glued on 2 of the Chaton Rose Maximas in the middle of the filigrees. And what I love about it, that there are those tiny dots in the filigree, and they are just framing exactly the Chaton Rose. So it looks like as if it was made for it. Vanya, you were in the past asking for more ideas for the Chaton Roses, so this is another one, but there are a lot more. And these ones are also from the historic filigree collection from our partners in the Czech Republic, who work with machines that are more than 100 years old. The metal is new, so it's up to the highest standards, but the machines and the designs are super old, some of them 100, 120 years old. As you can see, the filigrees are made with stamps like this. One filigree needs 6, 7 stamps instead of the cheap ones. These are made in a special way when the first stamp only marks the outline, then the second stamp cuts out some bigger parts, the third stamp makes some more details, and so on, and so on, and so on, until all is done. These are super special, so sometimes when they are used too many times, then as you can see, they are marked with an X and they can't be used anymore. So these are super special. The ones that I am showing, they are completely, let's say, new. We are reviving these shapes. Some of them were not made for dozens of years, and in collaboration with this nice company, we are reviving the shapes that we find that have the greatest potential for us beaders. We will call this the Dolce Vita shape because we are working now with the Dolce Vita theme. And actually, the team in the treasury is packing little gifts of 2 Dolce Vita filigrees, preparing them for everyone who decides to place an order from today's coffee time until next week's coffee time for at least 55 euros in the beading school bead shop. Most of the filigrees that we have are in this copper color, so they actually match perfectly the shades of the Dolce Vita box. And I know that some of you are thinking about making the statement necklace piece, or maybe you would like to bead this in more colors. So after I say goodbye to you, then I will activate in the bead shop the lotus flower cabochons in many colors that you need for the new signature jewel. This second signature is included in the memberships of our Fuchsia students. I'm also activating already this second signature tutorial, and also we got a big bunch of ginkgo beads, including the one that was in the box. So to repeat it, if you place an order from today, coffee time when we started, until the time of, okay, when we would have coffee time next week, because actually because of my holidays, we won't have coffee time next week, but our usual Tuesday afternoon time, then if your order is for at least 55 euros, then the team will slip in a pair of these beautiful filigrees to your package until they last. And Eve has a question. Are the crystals all named the same color? I'm sorry, I don't, can you specify, please, dear Eve, that which crystal do you mean? And in the meanwhile, Angelica says that she already finished the design for today. And she went freestyle, and you made me super curious, Angelica. Please post it. And Wanda says that it's gorgeous. I have just added a loop of seed beads here. I want to show you how I solved it. And then I will do it on the other side too, to add some pearls. Oh, Eve is asking for the color of the crystals. I will check them for you and post it in the club, because I don't know it by heart. Okay, after the video I will find it for you. And if you don't have more questions, then I would like to thank you for today's company. On Friday, I am waiting for you with No One Has to Bead Alone, with the Soldanella bracelet that you can also make from the Dolce Vita box. And then I will be offline for a while to recharge my energy, to find new sources of inspiration. And in the meanwhile, my dear colleagues, Susie, Veronka, and everyone in the treasury will take super good care of you, so you will have plenty of inspiration and all the help that you need. So thank you, ladies, and see you on Friday. I am going over to the bead shop now to activate everything that I promised. Have a wonderful rest of the day.